That could very well be. If I disappear halfway through for about 5 minutes, that's why.
Fair enough. SHOT Show's still on, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Pretty excited about that. It'll be interesting to see how it actually is, though. You know, like if everybody has to wear masks and social distance, or if it's half-ass normal.
Yeah.
It's not even August yet, man. There's a lot of time left for them to cancel it.
Yeah, but I just got an email today saying that they're on. I would bet it stays on. Hope, anyways. Either way, we're going to Vegas. You guys know that, or some other vacation spot.
If Biden wins, it'll probably be still on. But if Trump wins, it probably won't happen.
Yeah. Well, either way, if it's canceled, we're going to, like, I don't know, I was gonna say San Diego, but then I'm like, screw California. We'll go to, like, I don't know, someplace fun.
I talked to James about Costa Rica. He seemed to be all over that.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, Miles.
Fox, can you actually see who's watching?
They're commenting. I can't see who's watching. Because, as always, Facebook is garbage.
What's up, fellers? Oh, Chad, how's it going? Seth Young, oh hey.
I know that guy.
So how's everybody's week going?
Oh, it's going.
Not everybody at once.
It's going.
It's a week.
How's
your sunburn, Sam?
Oh my sweet Jesus. I don't care. Like, sunburns, like, I can tolerate pain. It doesn't, like, the pain part
Apparently
of it does not bother me.
Apparently not.
Yeah, according to your Snapchat, I would disagree.
Like, no, the pain doesn't bother me. I don't care if it hurts like hell. I can ignore that. That's fine. But I can't put anything on it. Like, even aloe vera or anything. It just starts itching, like, super severely. So I took a shower last night, slathered a bunch of aloe vera on it, and then it just, like, went freaking ballistic. Like, I couldn't, like, it was itching to the point where I was, like, gonna go start freaking sacrificing humans to make it stop. It was bad, dude. I was freaking out for a while there.
James,
so yeah, I didn't get any sleep last night, and
James commented on your post, and he's like, I like this new 5 a.m. Sam. I was like, yeah, just wait till the sunburn wears off. It'll go away. Then he can sleep.
Not going to last for long. All right, well, let's get started then, boys. Welcome, everyone, to the 10th episode of Gears and Beers here on Facebook Live. If you're listening to this elsewhere, we do this every other Wednesday night at 8:30. It's always a good time. We usually talk about guns and shit, but if you came in here to talk about cars, most of the time you're going to be pretty disappointed. But tonight, I think we might actually talk about some cars. So we got a little bit of something for everybody tonight. I'm your host, Box, and I'm here with... Is Sam frozen, or is he just grinning like a freak that whole time? He was frozen a little bit. Yeah, that guy right there grinning like a freak. That's my brother Sam. He's a sponsor. He owns Shyworks. Iowa's preferred Cerakote applicator, actually. And down below him is our buddy Toad, and to his side is our buddy Johnson. So what's going on? I guess we've already talked about what's going on, haven't we? Why don't we just jump right into the Ford Bronco?
Yeah, so that's kind of been like the hot topic for the last couple of weeks in the car world, and actually at work for me. All the guys have been talking about it. Our drafting manager, he's a pretty big Ford guy. He's really big tech. He's a tech guy. So he likes, like, he's big into Teslas and stuff like that. But he's been drooling over this Bronco for the 3 years that they've been teasing it. And so now that they've released it and they have, the $100 deposit to get your name put on one to be held for you and stuff. And he has been drooling over it, trying to figure out which package he wants to order, what if he wants to get the Sasquatch package on the base model or the Badlands, or there's so many different trim options. He's just salivating at trying to figure out which one he wants to order. So
I'm going to throw it up on the screen there for everyone who's not familiar with it.
So I'm a Ford guy. I mean, and I'm kind of on the fence. It looks like early 2000s Ford Escape had sex with a Jeep two-door, and that was the baby.
Yeah, I don't know. They're a hit or miss. I like them. I'm not a Ford guy at all, but I like the way they look.
I see Jeep Renegade. That's what I see.
Yeah.
The front end reminds me of a Jeep Renegade.
I mean, they're kind of cool, but I don't know. I got to see one in person, I guess.
Yeah. The biggest thing for me is how I know a lot of people, obviously, there's no V8 option, so it's just garbage, right? Because the base model comes with like a 2.3 turbo 4-cylinder, and then there's like a 2.7 V6 twin turbo EcoBoost deal. I think the only way to get a manual transmission is to have the 4-cylinder, which kind of sucks, but it does have a 6-speed with a crawl mode, and the gear reduction on the crawl mode is 95-1.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
So if you're running at 1,000 RPM, you're 95 times lower than that at wheel speed, at the axle speed. So it's like super, super slow. So it'll just, idle along and crawl up anything. And it'll, it won't stall because the gear ratio is so tall. So it'll be really cool. It's really capable. But the lack of a V8 option, will they lose some sales? Yes, but I still think they're going to sell the ever-living shit out of them.
Their base model price point wasn't horrible. I think I saw $29,500 for the base model.
Yeah, right around there, just under $30,000. Unless you want a 4-door, then I think the 4-door is on basically every model. You're adding like $4,700, I think, to go from a 2-door to a 4-door. But they're fairly reasonably priced. I still think they're overpriced, but that's any new vehicle I still think is overpriced because they're putting so much technology in them. But Frankenstein Engine Dynamics or Frankenstein stuff, they do a bunch of LS parts. They offered 50% off a person's entire order from their site to the first person who LS swapped one of these things when they got it. Which is like, because, LS swap everything. So they offered 50% off an entire purchase. So like if you're doing a whole engine from them, or if you're, all kinds of shit. So that'll be interesting to see how many of these, and Coyote swaps too.
Whenever anything like this comes out, everyone always bitches that there's not a V8 in it. But really, how many things do they put V8s in anymore? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. It's not fucking trucks anymore. It's always tiny little fucking, or at least not 1500s, I guess. I don't know about bigger shit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of supercharged and turbocharged and shit.
Yeah. Ford doesn't, the only thing they really are doing V8 in is trucks and the Mustang, I think, is the only thing they're making V8s for.
I just don't get that though. Why they didn't offer that option? I mean, because especially on something that's so freaking iconic. Like, come on, man! Everybody, that was the first thing I noticed when I saw that, and it says no V8 option. I'm like, I'm out. I mean, like,
Yeah, and I think the problem is, not problem, but I think the reason they did that is, well, one, the taxes and shit that they have to go through for a gas guzzler deal for having a V8 that gets bad fuel economy, it costs them a lot more. And to meet the price point that they set for these things, it's going to cost them a lot. They're not going to make as much per vehicle. The next thing is it's based on the Ranger platform. It's based on the Ranger chassis. It's all done in that plant. They'd have to put in extra tooling. They'd have to get engines from a different engine plant because it's going to be built on the same line as the Ranger. It's going to be built with Ranger parts. It's going to, all in the same factory. So then you have to double up all of your capabilities in that factory because there's no V8s that go in Rangers. So it's a manufacturing nightmare to add a V8 option to them.
I can understand that, but you know what I'm saying though. I just like it's
absolutely,
just sacrilegious
absolutely.
almost.
But
do you
I
think
see
here's
that
a question.
side of it? I would personally, to get one, I would personally want a V8 option in it. Like, I would prefer it to have a V8. Obviously.
Here's a question for you. Do you think that there's enough demand for a V8 option that there's going to be aftermarketers doing exactly that, dropping them in there and selling them?
Yes, there will be. I know for a fact there will be 5.0 Coyote swap kits. So like the 5-liter Coyote motor, crate motor that Ford Racing sells. I know there will be motor swap kits for it. My boss, like the owner of our company, he's a huge Ford guy, good friends with the dealers or with the dealer in town, and has bought a couple of GT 500s from him. Just got his name down on one of the new Broncos because he was like, well, because the dealer ordered 12. And he said, yep, get my name on one, and you might as well get a 5.0 Coyote crate from Ford Racing coming too. Because he wants it with a V8, so he's going to buy a Bronco, and he's going to buy the V8 and do the swap himself.
Right.
And I think most people...
Other than that, I personally think it looks...
Yeah.
Other than that, I think it looks cool. I mean, it's a nice looking design.
Yeah.
But that's my I'm just hung up on the no V8 option, but that's just other than that, it's pretty sweet.
Like I agree. And Miles, you're absolutely right. With Gladiator going diesel, but they go diesel before gas V8. Absolutely. They'll do a small displacement 4-cylinder diesel before they go V8. Because I'm pretty sure the Ranger's going to get a small diesel option as well. Kind of like Chevy did with like the Colorados and Canyons. They did a diesel option on like a small 4-cylinder diesel option on those. I'm pretty sure Ford's going to do the same thing. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that in the next couple of years.
We're talking about these new SUVs coming out. Has anybody seen the abortion that is the new Chevy Blazer?
Yeah, it's been out for like 3 years now.
Has it?
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
It is absolutely hideous.
Yeah, the part that I can't understand with that is they have a Traverse, they have an Equinox. Why did they need a third one? They had their mid-size crossover and their full-size crossover, and then a full-size SUV in the Tahoe and Suburban. It's like, why did you have to throw a third one in there? It didn't make sense to me.
It looks like a Mazda.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I mean, I wouldn't mind.
It's a Miata.
I wouldn't mind having like my wife drive one of like the RS, like Red Lines or whatever the hell they are, but I don't know. They're not. They look better than the Traverse and the Equinox. I'll say that, but I don't know. I think Blazer and I think K5 Blazer, but there was also a time where there was a Blazer that was just an S10 with a
it was the
box cap on it.
It was the very first vehicle I ever owned, 1984 Chevy S10 Blazer Tahoe.
Yeah.
That's a 2.25
Iron Duke.
It was a pooch.
Yeah.
That thing would not go anywhere. But it was only $500.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah, they
I don't think the
abused
Blazers
the
really look
Blazer
that
name.
bad, to be honest with you.
I don't either. I don't mind them. I
don't think they look
it
that
sucks
bad. I
it's
think they look.
I think
I
they're
just don't like that they took the Blazer name for them.
Right, and started catering to soccer moms instead of staying true to what the name used to be. But that's what they've done with everything, dude. I mean, there's nothing. The only they take all the good shit and just turn it into soccer mom shit anymore. It seems
the funny thing is with the Bronco, they also did this because there's also the Bronco Sport, which is a whole different vehicle, and it's basically the Ford Escape. It's like a renewed Ford Escape. It's like super wimpy. Like it's like the Bronco 2. It's pretty bad. So
all right.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I forgot to mention at the top of the show that apparently we're giving away a mag tonight. One that Shyworks over there. Maybe. I guess how are we going to do that? Sam's picture is garbage, so you can't even see it. But if you go over,
can't really see. You're gonna have to go back. You're gonna have to go back to our feed. I posted it on the Life Short Live Free Facebook. It is a Life Short Live Free mag. These aren't even. We're not selling these yet. We will be selling these in the future, but we're not. I made one. I'm just gonna give it away tonight if we reach I don't know. What do you guys think? 15 shares? You think that's good enough to give this sucker away? Or should we do less than that? 10? 15?
I'll
tell you what, we'll do.
Make it a challenge.
It's a mag, man. Make it 15.
Yeah, we'll do. If we get 15 shares, then I will give away this magazine to whoever shares it, and then just comment in the section that you shared it. Otherwise, if we don't, I'll just give away some stickers, like we usually do. But anyways, this is a Magpul PMag Gen 2, good quality mag, pretty sweet design on it. So yeah, if we get 15 shares, we'll give this away. So just make sure you share, get your friends to share, get your friends to tune into the podcast here, and let's do her.
Did you spell everything right on it?
On this one, yes.
Gage,
and actually,
I actually agree with you,
see?
Gage. Go ahead, Sam. Sorry.
Did you guys see that I put up some blemished mags today?
Yeah, I did.
Somehow I fixed that design that said Tyrant. I fixed it. And then something got screwed up again. So one side of my mag was still saying Triant. So I did 3 that way the other day with it. So I had 3 of them. And then I just put them up and I says, hey, I'll sell these for $15. And people jumped all over it. They were gone in freaking half an hour. So whatever is what it is, I guess.
Well, you still sold them.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well,
we got some.
Yeah, all right.
Sorry, Box, go ahead.
While you were talking, Sam, I was going to see if you wanted to give everybody an update on those Axel earbuds, or do you not want to do that yet?
Yeah, just a real quick update. I talked about these our last Gears and Beers, and I ended up getting them. Axel GS Extreme. They're about as extreme as Mountain Dew is, not really. But they're actually I like the build quality. The build quality is nice. I like the fit of them in my ears. And if you're not familiar with what these are, they're essentially electronic headphones. You put them in your ears. They function just the same as my Howard Light headphones do. So I like everything about them except the sound quality. It sounds like I have blown speakers in my ears when somebody's talking to me. It's just not. So I'm going to call the company, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. I'm going to call them and tell them they sound like shit. So maybe there's something wrong with them. Maybe I just got a bad batch. I don't know. But I'm going to try again. And if they don't, I'm just going to get my money back. And then I'm going to step up to what Johnson recommended in the first place, I believe, was the walkers or something like that. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping. I just got a bad batch, but I don't have a whole lot of faith in that at this point.
I don't know. I looked through the comments on their posts, which of course they can manipulate that pretty easy, but a lot of people seem to be pretty happy with them. So
Yeah.
who knows?
And that's
I'm not going to throw them under the bus yet.
Yeah.
Did you happen to go through like the user manual and make sure you had them on the hearing and protection mode versus the Bluetooth audio mode versus, because there's
really very little to no instruction manual with them, actually.
Okay.
And to be 100% honest with you, I haven't got a whole lot of time on these yet. But this is the extent of the user manual. It's just
well, it looks just like a white sheet of paper.
Yeah, we can't see anything.
It's only one side. The instructions are choose the best fitting ear tip, switch on to hearing protection mode, and then it tells you how to pair up for your Bluetooth settings, and that's it. That's the only thing they tell you. So
okay, because I see that there's switch between hearing enhancement and protection mode to Bluetooth audio mode, or use both at the same time with independent volume controls to tune to your environment.
Oh, well, that's why there's two hearing volume thingies.
Yeah. So the one with the Bluetooth symbol on it is the Bluetooth volume, and then the one with the on-off switch is the hearing protection volume. So maybe dick with it a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. And like I said, all I did with it was I had to test fire a gun, so I ran out to the country and went into a field and shot an AR a few rounds. And like it killed the rounds. It killed the percussion good enough that I could see them being useful for range days. But if they don't offer, maybe I screwed up a setting somewhere too. I'm going to go and check off that a little bit, hopefully, before I return them or whatever. But yeah, not super pleased yet. But like I said, I won't throw them under the bus quite yet.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to move on to something I had, but I got to find a picture for it real quick. Who wants to cover for me for a second?
Well,
did we have any trivia to do tonight?
What's that, Toad?
Do we have anything to give away for trivia?
We could do some stickers, but since I'm doing stickers for, if you got a good trivia, we can give away some stickers, I guess. Only if you got a good one.
It's gonna have to be probably. Well, is he in here? Oh, it's him. I don't know. You guys want to do one?
I'm down with it.
Sure.
All right. How many people we got? 10 people. Okay. So trivia tonight goes back to kind of ancient exploration. So this very famous explorer's last words on this earth were, "I have not told half of what I saw." What was his name?
First person to comment gets it. Hey Brett, how's it going, man? Miles asks, Code, do you want to repeat that question?
All right. So famous explorer, Miles got it. It was Marco Polo.
Miles.
Yeah.
All right. I'll just send your stickers.
Man, I cannot find a good picture.
Miles,
of
I'll just send I'll send your stickers with your slide when I get it back to you. I know you asked just a minute ago if I got a chance to look at that Swamp Fox red dot. A little bit. I didn't mess with it very much. I just kind of took it out of the box and quick overview of it and sent it off to my CNC guy. So I don't have any feedback for you at this point. But from what I hear, I mean, they're a pretty decent optic definitely for the money, but I really don't know anything about them at this point, so I don't want to comment too much. Box, did you find what you was looking for?
I did. I just need a second here. This thing that I'm trying to find here It's from, I don't know if it's a company or if this is just what this guy refers to himself as, and this is a really terrible picture that I found, so I apologize for that, but he calls himself Deterrence Dispensed, and he came up with this thing called the FGC9, which FGC stands for fuck gun control. So, which
I like it.
It's a 9mm homemade semi-auto 3D printed pistol caliber carbine, and you can make it all for $600, and that includes parts and tooling, and you can do it in like 2 weeks. That's with printing, buying your 3D printer, and absolutely everything. After you buy all your tooling and shit, once you have that, to make another one is less than $100 to make this thing. And it uses.
Miles is going to be all over this.
That's what I was thinking. It takes Glock mags, and you need a AR lower parts kit. Other than that, it even tells you how to make your own barrel, which I thought was kind of nuts. Using
what?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, right. And you can do it in like a couple hours or something. It's not like using a drill press or something like that. It's using this process called ECM, which is maybe Johnson. Do you know? I forgot what it stands for. Electro something machining.
Yeah, I'd have to look. I don't remember exactly what it stands for. I've heard they use it. It's very common.
Yes.
Let me see
if
I can find something that's electrochemical machining.
Your own barrel.
I read about it for a while. It's kind of, I don't know. He got this piece of steel with a hole already bored through it, which was way smaller than it needed to be, and then he uses an electrode that kind of corrodes or burns away the inside real evenly. So it doesn't. There's nothing that actually touches the inside of the barrel. It just kind of burns it away. And if you do it right, you can get like a mirror finish on the inside without even. That's just finishing it.
So a smooth bore?
Yes, but it can't be a smooth bore. It has to be rifled. So you got to do the same thing, just with a different electrode to rifle it.
Right. So there's like ECM and EDM are the two most common electrical machining. So ECM is electrochemical, so they use chemical reaction to erode the metal, where EDM is electrical discharge, so you're actually like using the spark to erode some of the metal away. So that's how they do like wire paths and shit a lot of times. Really, really small passageways and tiny little holes, so they do like wire EDM, which is making really small passages that are inside a part, but like make turns and shit that would be otherwise very difficult to actually produce. And ECM is kind of the same way. They just use chemical versus like electrolysis process versus just electricity to burn away the material.
Okay, this is an awful picture, but it's the best I could find.
Interesting.
I mean, it's pretty ugly. I mean, it kind of looks like a handicapped Grand Strybog, if you ask me. But I don't know.
Did you see the green and blue one?
I did. I didn't want to put that up there because it's kind of a bad representation of what it actually is, though. Right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have. Okay, go ahead.
It does look fairly ugly, but I mean, like, it's all 3D printed. The upper and everything is 3D printed.
Yep. The stock is 3D printed. The buffer tube, which I don't believe. Yes, there is a buffer. Never mind.
What kind of testing did he do on this? Like did they do any longevity testing, or how many rounds it's gonna hold up for, or anything like that?
I didn't get to read into that very much, but he did say he's fired like over 30 rounds through it, which I know isn't shit. But he said that was mostly for the barrels, and he said he didn't see any wear or anything like that on the barrels, which of course we know it's not gonna last as long as your factory bought barrel, but I mean, for a 3D printed
Interesting.
pistol. I wonder if there's anything else. Are there any other semi-auto firearms that you can 3D print out there that you can get plans for? That's why I thought this was interesting. I've never heard of that before.
The only definitely not like full firearms. I mean, you can obviously 3D print a lower for an AR, but not a full firearm. Not like that many components.
Actually, Miles says there's quite a few, which he would know better than us because he's into the 3D printing thing.
You're wrong, Miles. There's none.
I've never seen very many semi.
Either way,
I've seen a lot of single shot stuff, but
yeah,
right. Or even like shotgun style, manual loading.
Yeah.
Pump action type shit. But either way, it's pretty freaking awesome that you can make an entire gun at your home with extremely simple stuff now. I dig that.
The Ruger 1022 is next coming out for 3D printed shit.
That's gonna be sick.
Huh. I saw something today on 22 Plinkster's channel. The binary trigger for the Ruger 1022.
Yeah, Franklin built
sweet.
a binary for it. That's the one that, like, that little charger pistol that 22 Plinkster had was badass.
Yeah.
So they make a 110 or 120 round drum for the 1022 now. I forget the name of the company, but it's like $50 or $60.
That'd be a good.
Is it fairly reliable?
I have no idea.
I mean, it's got to be as reliable as the round you're filling it full of. So,
Yeah, I mean, you're probably
mediocre at best.
Yeah.
Mediocre at best.
It probably runs a lot like Toad's PMR 30.
Hey, I had a buffer issue. Calm down. I'll get it fixed.
So at this point, remember Box, he threw that PMR 30 a while back. And remember Johnson just tossed his. So at this point, me and you are the only ones that apparently don't need to go to anger management class at the range.
Wow. Say now.
I'm kind of surprised you haven't thrown your gun yet, Sam. So.
Dude, I'm used to sucking at that. It's not a big deal for me. I suck, I lose,
It's kind of like me in golfing.
Shit happens.
You just go out there expecting to do terrible, so you're not that let down.
Right. I mean, realistically, that's a good plan.
Well, that's like me and Johnson went golfing last weekend or last Thursday. He had to cover for my partner. And he's all pissed off because he's sucking at golf. And I was like, you just got to embrace the suck, man. I suck just as bad as you do, but I'm used to it. It's all right for me.
Dude, I haven't played that poorly in years. That was bad.
Well, it's like, what was that? 2 Sundays ago, me and you went out, Sam, and my first round, I golfed not bad for me. I golfed like a 50 or something like that, which is pretty good for me. And next round, I just absolutely fucking sucked. Horrible.
Yeah, you didn't do good.
No.
Miles, I can't say for sure, but the guy that came up with this from this FGC he used to refer to himself as Ivan the Troll. So I'll bet it's the same guy.
Yeah.
That's doing all that shit.
Yeah, because like, even if you just search the FGC9, it's like on Reddit, it's like Ivan's Bubba saltwater rifled corn-based polymer, like it's something funny like that.
Jade, is that 110 round drum? Is that for your 1022? And if it is, does it actually work worth shit?
Oh, while we've got an awkward silence here, we should maybe... do we have 15 shares yet? I don't think we've probably got 15 shares.
No, I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have recorded 10.
We need 5 more shares to give away this lasered mag, guys. Get on it. Brett, I think you just got in here. Share it, and you got a chance to win an LSLF. PM or PMAG. Cannot talk
It's
for
good to know
shit.
I'm the only. It's good to know I'm the only one that can't say that.
You're not the only one. See, you can't even say the right
That's
thing.
exactly what I said. I said I'm not the only one that can't say that.
You're like Joe Biden. You can't form a coherent sentence.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
good stuff.
Did you see the headline down there about Joe Biden?
No, I missed it.
It was a good one. I got a few good ones in there today. I was pretty proud of myself.
Good.
No, my internet's so shitty. It's so pixelated. I can't read the headline.
I'm disappointed because
Lord.
I put one in there about you too, Sam. I'm kind of disappointed you can't
super.
read it.
Well, you some bitch. I'm sure it was a.
That one about
Chuck.
Jeff Smollett taking CNN, that job at CNN just about killed me.
Chuck, I appreciate you sharing it, man. Speaking of which, Chuck Ball was my firefighter 1 instructor when I took the class, and I never tested out of it. So now I am actually in the process. Chuck, you'll be happy to hear I'm testing out. So in the next couple months, I'll be getting that completed. Again, finally.
Well, we're kind of stalling out here, boys. Do we have anything else to talk about? Sam, do you want to talk about your NeoMag shit?
Yeah, didn't you see that? I posted that in the.
Yeah, I got it written down here.
Cool Van Sheppen. Yeah, I got I don't know if you guys are familiar with NeoMag, but what it is a.
What are you laughing about?
What's so funny?
Nope. I didn't even make that shit up. That's a real sentence. Oh, man.
I still don't know what you're laughing about, but all right.
Yeah, just because you can't read the bottom line.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Anyway, so what this is called the NeoMag, and they use a magnet, obviously, and a clip. So essentially how it works is it clips onto your magazine, and this slides down into your pocket. And in the case that you need your magazine, it just cleanly slides out. So the nice thing about this is it basically mimics the look of a knife, which, I mean, any man nowadays, or at least any self-respecting man nowadays, carries a freaking knife. If you don't, you really need to question your life choices. I think it's weird if you don't carry a knife, but that's just me. So anyways, this just mimics a knife, and I used it the other day. I ran down to Des Moines, actually, and this was the first really big long day that I wore it, and it's not uncomfortable. It's a little bit of a different. I mean, there's a lot of. I'm not used to a lot of stuff in my pants, so.
I don't doubt that whatsoever.
We know.
That was just for you guys. I figured you'd appreciate that. Is anybody else see? Okay, never mind. Sorry, the Facebook video was just really scrubbled for a second. But so, anyways, it's a little bit of adjustment because I typically don't carry a mag. I mean, usually all I carry is my gun, my knife, my phone, my wallet. So shoving a fully loaded mag in your pants is a little bit different, but I was overall pretty happy with it. I think it does absolutely exactly what it needs to do, what it's supposed to do, what it's designed to do, what the hell you bought it for. But it does take a little bit of getting used to. The other thing is I always keep my phone in my left pocket. That's my phone pocket. And now this is in the same pocket. So it's kind of a little bit awkward. A lot of times, like if I'm standing up, walking around, it'll be in my back. My phone will now be in my back pocket. So it's just a little bit of an adjustment. And the other thing is I looked up the average amount of shots in a self-defense shooting. And it was 2. That is the average. Now, obviously, there's some shootings with a lot more than that. And some with not a lot less, 1 less than that, obviously.
Yeah.
So the question comes up, I mean, is it really worth it to carry a mag? And I think my answer to that is if you can do it comfortably and if it doesn't bother you, hell yeah, carry an extra mag. But if you can't come up with a solution that works for you, if this bothers you, Box, do you carry? You don't carry an extra mag, do you?
No, not anymore. I mean, not usually anymore. Ever since I stopped carrying my Shyworks holster with my Filster flat pack, then no. Or my Filster Flex, rather. No, I don't. Is that a dead tree in the little pot? No, it's a bonsai tree and it's recuperating. Get off my back, James.
It's actually just a stick he found in his backyard. He stuck it in the pot.
Yeah. It's sophisticated. It's art, James. You wouldn't understand.
It's art. You wouldn't understand.
But Sam, I don't like that question, the way you worded it. I get where you're coming from. You asked, is it worth it to carry an extra mag?
Let me work it.
Is a little bit of discomfort worth having every advantage you can to save your life, is essentially what you're saying. Where did Toe just disappear? What the hell was that?
What the hell did just happen?
He was there.
I heard a click and all of a sudden he was gone.
What the fuck? That was weird.
Fucking magic.
I didn't.
Look at that. I just watched it on the Facebook thing too, and it was literally him looking, and he just disappeared.
He must have froze for a second while he stood up and got away.
He didn't die, did he? He was complaining about chest pains earlier.
What the fuck? He just time traveled or something.
Sorry, Box. What was your point again? There he is. He's still alive.
I lost my train of thought. I think I had already made my point. Maybe someone can tell me otherwise.
You're saying
it's a little bit of discomfort to really give you every advantage.
Yeah. I mean, it's something in your pocket. Is that really, if you were going to need your mag, were you going to be like, no, it's too much to carry that extra mag today?
Sometimes, yes. Because, I mean, if you look at that, have you ever seen, I mean, yes, they happen, but you're pretty hard pressed to find a self-defense shooting. And I'm not arguing against carrying a mag. Obviously, I freaking carry one. But I'm just saying you're pretty hard pressed to find an actual self-defense shooting where the guy actually had to reload.
Not really.
Do they happen? Yes.
All the time.
Not very often.
Sure they do.
Okay.
Like, so when? I
officer-involved shootings, I think, is one big thing.
I'm talking about a concealed carry civilian.
I fail to see the disconnect between the two. They're both you're protecting your life just the same way a police officer is protecting his life. That's why he's going to use deadly force on someone. Protect his life or his partner's life or somebody else's life.
Yes, but that happens way more frequently than that with them.
Yeah, and I understand they put themselves in those situations a lot more often than a civilian might, or find themselves in one of those situations a lot more frequently. But I think that civilians shoot twice and stop to assess the situation, whereas a police officer is trained to shoot until the threat's eliminated. I think that's why there's a lot more rounds fired in an officer-involved shooting than there is in a civilian self-defense style shooting.
Right.
I just don't like the comfort issue being a point of argument for carrying.
I think it can be a consideration. I think it can be a consideration, but I think that's not should I or shouldn't I use this? It's okay, yeah. I don't like carrying it this way.
Yeah.
Let me try something else. Yeah. I don't think it should be a matter of, well, I'm just not going to carry an extra mag because I don't think it's comfortable. I think it should be, well, I'm not going to carry it in that pocket because that feels really weird and I don't like it and it's not very accessible. Or, if that's the best place for it, but it's a little weird, let me try getting used to it,
Yeah.
Give it some time.
Yeah, that's about it.
I disagree, Box. I think that comfort is 100% of it because most people
100%.
Not 100%. It's a big part of it. Most people don't have your mindset. You have, you carry every day, everywhere you go, all the time. most people, if it's inconvenient, if it's not comfortable for them, they're not going to carry. And I tend to be a little bit of the same way. If I can't, if for whatever reason, the clothes that I'm wearing, if say I'm wearing, I don't know, a kilt or something, I'm not going to freaking, obviously I don't wear kilts, but you guys know what I'm saying. If it's not comfortable for me, I don't find myself, wanting to carry. And I do, but there's a lot of people that don't. If they, they say, you know what, I'm going out to eat at Applebee's. I don't want to carry because I want to be comfortable. There's a lot of people that do that, and this is kind of the same.
But I don't think that's
line
right.
of thinking, I guess.
I don't think that's right. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think that should be the deciding factor. I want to save my life, but it's a little bit uncomfortable, so I'm not gonna. I think that's a skewed way to look at it.
Yeah, but
Statistics.
The fact is, a lot of people do view it that way, though.
Oh, I know,
right.
But I don't.
Statistics changes a lot of people's mind. A lot of people are
make me
very
say that word a third time. You guys are going to make me say this word a third time. Statistics. Look, I said it the first try 3 times in a row now. They say that chances are you can save your life with the magazine that you have in your gun.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing against carrying a magazine. I certainly am not. I'm just saying find the way that is comfortable for you. And for me, I like it. I'm not 100% committed to it yet, but I'm digging it so far. So.
I think I'm gonna look into having a second magazine. I plan on carrying a second magazine. Miles says single stack gun, 2 mags, double stack gun, 1 mag. Well, I mean, I can see that, but I don't know, there's some gray area in there too. You look at like a 43X or a 48 or something with an S15, you're looking at the same capacity as a 19. So what do you do there? Is that I don't know.
I like
James
what
carried
James
a backpack full of extra mags, looking for that full-blown firefight. Yeah, I'm down with that strategy for sure, 100%. Backpack full of extra mags.
That's just because you're part loony and you think that ISIS is going to attack you around every corner.
I mean, hey, I think legitimately, I think we should be more concerned with the Chinese at this point than ISIS. I think ISIS just kind of gave up on us. But
hold on a second.
I don't know. Those Dutch are.
Why do we have to see Sam in a kilt?
Those Dutch are pretty squirrely up there.
To see if he would carry a spare mag if he was wearing a kilt.
That's not an image I ever want to see.
James, your comfort zone will kill you.
Well, there's a good possibility you might. I mean, we might just make a video out of it.
I don't think your comfort zone would kill you unless your comfort zone's under a 400-pound woman. I don't know.
Wow.
That was
I just think, Sam,
that's a possibility.
You shouldn't. I don't know. The way I'm kind of taking it, the way you're saying it is, if you're not comfortable with it, then don't. Then it's fine not to do it. Whereas my point is, if it's not comfortable, find a different way to do it. If you want to, then do it. Don't just be like, it didn't work right away and it's a little bit uncomfortable, so I'm not going to do it.
Well, I think
I understand why someone wouldn't want to carry because it's a little uncomfortable. I've been in that same boat before, but I worked at it and I found what's super comfortable. What the hell is so funny?
Sam with a garter belt gun under his kilt. Can you imagine him pulling up a kilt with like a Ruger LC9 stuck in a garter on his fucking leg?
Hey, you guys get us to 20 shares and we'll do a photo shoot with Sam and a kilt and a garter belt gun.
Done. Get it to 20.
Hell, I ain't too proud. I'd do it.
20 shares, guys. That's all we ask.
That would be hilarious.
I ain't too proud. I'd do it.
Oh man. No, it's funny though that you think about the comfort or like the mild inconvenience. and unshared. Wise choice, Chuck. Wise choice.
Oh,
yeah, don't be a little bitch, Sam. I agree with James. Yep. But the mild inconvenience is a big thing because a lot of people, a mild inconvenience, they turn into a giant inconvenience. You know what I mean? Like people,
No.
There's a lot of people who can take a very mild inconvenience. Like, the road's closed. I'd have to go drive 4 extra blocks to get to the gym. So I'm just not going to work out till the road's fixed. Or I woke up 10 minutes late. That means my workout's going to run 10 minutes late. So I'm not going to go to the gym today. Or, this is a little uncomfortable. So I'm just not, with these shorts, I really want to wear these shorts today, but it's really uncomfortable to carry my gun with this pair of shorts and this belt on. So I'm just not going to carry today. People take little minor inconveniences and instead of doing what they really should do, they just, I'm just not going to do it today. And then I'm not going to do it today. It turns into, I didn't do it at all last week, but I'll try it this week, and then that's how people fall off the train of all kinds of things in all aspects of their life, not just carrying, you know? So it's definitely a mindset that you have to be in the right mindset of making it work,
There was a while back, I fell off the wagon, so to speak, of carrying, where there was a couple days where it was super hot and my stomach was all chafed from my grip rubbing on my stomach, and I was just like, I'm not going to carry. And then that turned into, I don't know, a month where I didn't carry a gun. And I was like, wow, I shouldn't be doing that. And I made myself get back into it.
Yeah. Yeah, Miles on his 3rd holster trying to find something that works. Yeah, it's, you gotta find what works. You gotta find what's comfortable. It's not about, well, I don't like carrying on the 3 o'clock because I print, but I don't want to carry appendix because it's uncomfortable. Well, keep trying shit. Try different holsters in both positions. Try, it's
try wearing a bra with the thing right there.
Yeah, double shoulder holsters with 44 magnums. I don't try that out.
Finding a good holster is all about compromises. You're not going to find one holster that's 100% comfortable and doesn't print at all and is just absolutely perfect. There's going to be some kind of compromise in there, whether it's you can't bend down all the way and touch your toes or something like that. There's just those tiny little compromises.
Holster isn't going to limit me there.
Hey, guys, am I the only one here that's seeing the frickin' video all screwed up? Is that just my computer?
Yeah, you just have really bad internet.
Okay, it looks like a frickin' rainbow on there. Sorry, I just wanted to interject.
Yeah, when are you going to get that fiber optic shit, man? I thought that was coming this year.
Actually, it's it's ready to go. I just have not called them up and switched over.
Oh, yet. So this is on you now.
100%. Well, dude, really? You know me. Of course it's on me.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's not like you're not home every day to let them into your house or anything like that.
Right. Yeah, I can see where that would be a mild inconvenience.
No, it turns out I have a few things on my to-do list, and that is at the bottom.
You got to put buy Kilt on the bottom. Or no, on the top. Put buy Kilt.
I'll get a freaking
James.
I'll get a freaking Kilt. I ain't too proud.
James probably has a Kilt you can borrow. I'm sure he's got one of those tactical ones with all the pockets.
And Molly attachment everywhere. Molly webbing everywhere.
Hey, the Dutch wear kilts, don't they?
I don't know.
I don't believe so. Not that I know they wear wooden shoes, but the kilt thing I don't think is really Dutch.
I think that's a Scottish thing.
I don't know. They're kind of weird. I mean, the word, wooden shoes. That's pretty weird, but whatever.
Well,
we can't use James. We can't hold James up as an example for all Dutch people. I mean,
right?
That's not right.
Molly garter belt.
He's kind of a lunatic. Toad, did you want to bitch about some gun or something?
I think you guys already did, but Yeah, I had a real problem with this thing. It is the where'd it
You
go?
had a real problem. You were personally offended.
The Radical XO1.
It's the new Radical Firearms. It's the PDW chassis for the SIG P320. It looks like a Beretta PX4 Storm had a baby with a BNT9, and I hate everything about it. It's like a space gun. It just looks hideous. It looks plastic. It looks like it's gonna break, and it's just all around horrible looking.
I couldn't tell you a single PDW that I actually like.
You know, I'm kind of with you on that.
Yeah.
I mean,
PDWs? You guys don't like PDWs?
No.
what's that new one that came out a couple months back that's like really slim? It's just clicks on your Glock basically, and then the stock slides out the ass end.
Flux.
The Flux.
Flux Defense.
I did kind of think that was neat, but this thing is hideous.
I'm working on getting a picture up here of it, but
Is Kilt carry a thing? Do they make Kilt specific holsters?
I'll bet they do.
They should.
Yeah, you just strap that sucker right to your leg, man, and then
She ain't much.
you can just whip. The good thing about this Kilt carry is you strap it right to your leg. It goes right basically anywhere. The Kilt covers it, and then when you whip it up, at the same time, this is dual purpose because when you're whipping it up, you're flashing them, so they're shocked and awed by it, and then you're whipping your gun out, and they're just
stunned.
basically.
So you're
like
also a sex offender.
James wants to know why you're not.
Really,
James wants to know why you're not Cerakoting while on the live. I mean, don't you have work to do?
I don't. That doesn't make any sense. My biggest question is why isn't Sam Cerakote go while? And then he says wooden shoes. James, you're typing like I talk.
Well, yeah. He's Dutch.
Know.
He's not good with the confusers. That's modern technology. That's Amish. Hold on. Same thing, right? They wear wood shoes. I mean,
James, how's our Humvee situation going? Are we a go or what? I'm anxiously waiting. I'm kind of excited about that.
Humvee. Yeah. Oh yeah, they're gonna film a commercial with a Humvee. It'll be pretty sweet.
Pretty stoked.
Yep. Well, right. Boys.
We never got to 12 shares, people.
We didn't get to 20 shares.
Is there 3 more people in here that haven't shared it as of yet? Because we're at 57 minutes when we normally stop at about an hour. And Chris, if we get to 15, we give away a mag.
Has Chris Shanahan shared?
I don't know if he has.
My comments don't go back that far.
I've got 14 people down that said they shared it, but my feed is only telling me that we've had 12 shares.
That's what mine's saying too.
Ooh, somebody lying.
Yeah.
Chris just shared.
I can't even see where it says how many people shared, so
I have to go back on my phone and click on it. Now it says 14. Oh, we might do it.
Whoa.
Sam, James says we talk too much. It's rubbing off.
He's getting stupider through osmosis with talking to you.
Well, he talks to me quite a bit, so yeah, that's his fault, not mine.
Oh, we should touch on the meetup once again. It's looking like it's going to be like we expected on September 26th. I think we're just going to go ahead and schedule it for that day. Is that okay with you guys?
That is when it's in.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Well, I don't know where we were going to go from there. I think we're going to start actually planning it and announcing it for that day and start spreading the word about it. Of course, we don't want 100 people there, but that'd be cool. So, yeah.
Realistically, how many, could we handle?
Johnson?
We're going to get a porta potty for Johnson's backyard.
Yeah, if people want to take a shit, that could get real interesting.
Maybe
I can get some.
probably should get a porta potty.
I can probably get like some trailer hitch shitter seats, for the back of everybody's trucks. You can just plug it in the receiver and take a dump in a 5-gallon pail. You got to figure that one out yourself, though.
We'll just send them across the fence and into the grove, and they can just grip a tree and rip it.
Yeah.
Brett, you share the live feed, not our page. Of course, we also appreciate you sharing the page, though.
All right.
Oh, we've got 19 shares now, boys.
Oh, come on. We need one more share.
I'm not shutting her down until we get 20 shares.
You fuckers are gonna make me wear a kilt?
Fuck yeah.
Time out. What kind of photo shoot is this? Is it a risque photo shoot or is it a manly kilt photo shoot?
It's gonna be boudoir.
Yes. Is the answer.
All right.
It's gonna be
Can
a
I get
manly,
drunk?
manly boudoir kilt.
Well,
We're at 20
Photo
shares.
shit. We're at 20. You sons of bitches. You sons of
Hold
bitches.
on. Googling it now.
Sam, I'm the one that has to do the taking the pictures, so that's going to be kind of weird for me too. So, what are you doing? Just taking pictures of my brother in a skirt.
It's a kilt, not a skirt. Get it right.
Same difference.
How about we just do? We didn't say what it would be. We just said it'd be a photo shoot of me in a kilt. So we can do like tactical Sam in a kilt.
We could
have a lot of fun with it. Oh, we gotta go ahead, Johnson.
I just Googled gun kilt and clicked on images.
And they're badass.
There's a lot of guys wearing kilts shooting guns, man. Like, why is this a thing?
I don't know, but we promised. Now we got to deliver. Now I got to order a fucking kilt.
Sam, that's what we could use one of your smoke bombs for. We can have a lot of fun with this.
There you go.
We're gonna have to blast bagpipes in the background while the smoke's rolling.
Who's got a ballistic helmet that we can borrow? I feel like that'd be pretty sweet.
God.
Sam wearing a kilt and a ballistic helmet, walking through some smoke, carrying a rifle.
We're just gonna have to have Sam order. Sam, you need full airsoft gear, don't you?
No, I don't.
Oh God, we gotta wait until you have your mustache too.
Oh yeah,
that'll be September 19th. I think is when I got to go take the test. So,
I don't know if we can wait that long.
So actually, if we do wait, yeah, that'd be good for that. And then I got to do it again in October. But maybe I should do my mustache for the meetup. What do you guys think? Mustache and a kilt?
Yeah.
Duh.
You know, you guys realize we spent the last 10 minutes talking about a fucking kilt rather than gear. Is gear like qualify as a does a kilt qualify as gear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about a Ford Bronco for the first 10 minutes. Does that qualify as gear or beer? We do whatever the fuck we want here, Sam.
So Cliff has a 4-hour CD of bagpipes, he says, and James says he thinks he has a helmet. I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
Need the kilt.
And honestly, Miles might just take the kilt off you when at the meetup. He might just be like, "Hey, can I have your kilt?" I mean, I didn't mean that he would actually physically take your kilt off. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop.
No, here's the deal. So Miles and Sam are gonna have a shooting contest, and if Sam beats Miles, then Miles has to wear the kilt home to his wife.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I mean, it's not likely to happen, but with my teeth, I don't even want to know what that comment means.
Well, all right.
Boy, this Gears and Beers took a hard left turn. And I'm gonna blame it on the fucking the listeners here. It's all your guys' fault.
We have good listeners, great viewers.
All right, so if you guys know where a tactical kilt is, and I'm being serious right now, if you guys have seen like a nice looking kilt, a tactical kilt or something for me to order, send me a message. Let me know.
Hey,
And
no,
I'll get that
we can't have a sweet looking kilt. This has just got to be a regular old kilt.
I was gonna say 511 makes a tactical kilt.
Of course they do.
You're fucking right.
Doesn't the 511 one even have like the little? It's like tan, but it's got like the little tartan like patch over your balls.
Oh yeah.
I think I've seen those before.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Well,
Do
guys,
we want to give away that mag?
Yes, we got to give away this mag before this gets totally sideways, more so than it already has. Okay. So the way that we're going to do this here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I got 16 people that says, and they followed the rules and said that they shared it in here. So
okay, let me find a random number picker.
Yeah, find a random number generator and give me 1 through 16.
Max
and
16.
We'll tell
Generate.
you who wins this bad boy.
I'm gonna click generate about
Also
43 times. So you know what it is.
All right, just to be clear, you have to be in a state that is legal to receive 30-round mags. I will not ship to a state that you cannot own them in, or that I cannot ship to. I apologize. I'm just too small. I can't afford the lawyers.
Stumptown Kilt. I like
number 6. Who is sharer?
Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Richard Young. You win ya a magazine. Where's he at, Toad? Where's he at?
I'll just pick it up, and he's gonna be at Mom and Dad's tomorrow night. So I will. All
right, cool. Yeah.
Well,
I think Richard, you got yourself a life short. You got yourself the first life short-lived free mag. So if you want one, they'll be available on our website whenever the hell I get the website up. It's ready to go. I just haven't had the time to get it all, everything rock solid and ready to rock. So, yeah, I'll give that mag to Toad. And, yeah, we'll go from there.
Ooh, also, maybe we want to, next weekend, not this coming weekend, guys, but August 1st, we're going to be golfing a tournament down in Quimby, I believe is where it's at, right, Sam? So if you want to join in on that, come golfing with us. We did it last year, and it was a hell of a good time. You can even go to our YouTube channel and watch a video of it. It's fun. It's Shyworks sponsors it. It's a good time. Is there a charity that it's donated to, Sam, or what's the cause behind that?
Yeah, it's actually for the Meriden Fire Department.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, it's a good cause. It's a good time. If you want to come and hang out with us and golf and drink some beer, be there. Also, go ahead.
There's guys saying they need a recount. I'd show you the thing, but you can't fucking read it because my internet is so horrible. So I'm sorry. I don't lie. It's true. He won.
I don't know if they're saying you lie. I think they're just saying you're a bad mather.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you had to go 1, 2, 3 about 4 times.
1, 2, 3. Shit, lost count. 1, 2. Damn it. 1.
No,
2,
I just double checked my math because yes, I'm not the sharpest knife in the silverware drawer, so I wanted to make sure.
Chris, do you have to golf? I mean, not necessarily.
No. What we do isn't really considered golf anyways, so
right.
I mean, if you want to pay $25 and cruise around.
We actually did win last year, though.
One-ish.
We won the third flight, which means the third flight means we finished way down here, but we were just lucky enough to have the right score that we finished above maybe 2 or 3 people down here, and they gave us money.
Yeah.
So it worked out pretty good.
Okay, well,
yeah.
I guess that's it for tonight's show, everybody. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. If you're new here, like I said at the top of the show, we do this every other Wednesday night live on our Facebook. You can find us on all major podcast providers. This is just one segment of our podcast. We have a longer segment that we do that isn't just about gear. That's always a good time too. You can find us on YouTube, on Instagram. Be sure to check out our Facebook page and check out Shyworks, the sponsor of this show, and also Ballistic Imagery. They're both on Facebook. And I think that's all we have for the night. Like I said, thanks for joining, everybody. Sam, take it away.
Yep. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you sticking around, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. And until we talk to you next time, remember, life's short, live free. God bless, and God bless the United States of America.
Shoo.
Well, that got Western.
Oh, it was fine.